Alright, so, from last week, uh, the morning, items that Illiken used to mark the tracks were missing. Eventually, y'all got back on track, followed the tracks up the hill near a river. Soon after, came upon a cave system with 3 mouths facing them. Forgot to show this last week. But that is what you saw. They entered the low mouth that the river came out of and bent down to maneuver through the tunnel. Party split with the melee trying a different approach. Claudette stumbled out of stealth on a canopic jar, alerting the Verbig to the party. Verbig whistled loudly to its compatriots and ran after Arden, taking him down for a strike. The battle ensued with a bear and an ogre joining the fray. In an unexpected turn of events, Clementine friended the bear and it switched sides, helping to kill the Verbig before being told to go back to sleep.
Who did that?
Celestine. Clementine, Celestine, same thing. Yeah.
We'll be coming around the mountain.
Alright, it's fixed in the story progression now. So yeah. You are now standing next to a huge dead Verbig and almost this huge ogre.
Okay. Ellikin will pick up this, what he was swinging at us. The pole. And look at it.
It's old.
Can I search the bodies?
Give me an investigation.
Ah. Nice old pole. Hi, Carrie. Good walking stick.
The Verbig had a sphere next to it, right? When we walked up, or when we were trying
Yeah,
to sneak up?
that's what he was looking at.
Oh.
Did you see my investigation roll?
I did.
Okay.
He's gotta look stuff up, people. Give him a chance.
I waited. I just wanted to make sure.
Wait longer,
Wait
damn it.
more.
I've been waiting for 2 weeks, guys. I think that's all.
True.
As long as I don't make not Elkin, but
Arden?
Arden undead, I'm okay. Or he dies. One of the 2 things, I'm good.
When he comes back, I'm gonna be like, so Arden, there's some things you gotta know. First and foremost,
Claudette bit you and you became a vampire.
I'd be okay with that. I would. Because then it would
no, it's gotta be a zombie. You can't turn him into a vampire. I gotta do a zombie just because that's what he doesn't want. means first he has to die.
Well, he has to die if he becomes a vampire, too. Oh, wait, I can't make anybody vampires. Never mind.
Honestly, what you would find on it would be, nothing on the Marauder. The only thing that the Marauder had was, the spear, which Illiken just took. And the Ogre.
Missing ball sack.
Has a break club and a javelin. Just plain mundane old weapons.
Okay. That was a little disappointing. Now, how do we prove to everybody that we got the ogre? I guess we get the ale. Where's the ale?
Keep searching. Let's keep
Nowhere.
searching.
Use your nose. Find the ale. I climb over
Telling
the
a tiefling to use his nose. I want to say that's racist somehow, but I'm not sure how.
I say let's keep looking through see if there's anything else here, not just the ale. I know there's a bear that we saw, and I don't know what else may be in here.
I see a cart.
If you don't mind, I would like to follow this river up to follow the bear to make sure it's okay. And maybe see if it's... Ouch. Got anything of interest. We can... I mean, certainly we can check the entire cave system, but...
Illiken says, great. He starts walking that way.
You want to go poke the bear. Okay.
No, not poke it. It's probably sleeping. I just want to double check to make sure it's okay. I mean, it did just get in a fight with us. Does the bear seem to have any wounds that I can see without waking it? Hopefully it is asleep.
It is snoring, and it does not seem to have any wounds.
Hey guys,
Okay. Is there anything in this cave that we can get to and look at without pissing off the bear or waking it?
Give me a perception. Yeah, you see everything. There's lots of cracks in the stone, and there's a small pond that's kind of frozen over. And below the pond, you can recognize a statue in the pond of Sylvanus.
Really? Wait, is that the one I said I was following? Or I don't remember who I'd follow.
I forget, but I don't think it's this one.
Need to break ice?
There's about 1 foot of ice over the liquid, over the not as frozen liquidy pondish.
Let's finish exploring the cave first. I think we want to avoid awaking this bear.
There's a
May-
passageway over here.
Maybe come back to this. Um, anything special about this skeleton over here in the corner by nowhere?
No,
I'm going to go south.
Illikin comes into the room and notices there's a hallway and looks at Claudette and says, "Do you want to search for another loud noisemaker?"
Claudette stealths.
And is this a tomb? Right here?
looks
Or
to be.
just-
See, we are near Brinshander?
Good meat.
Good meat, that's right.
So as you enter the tomb, carved steps on the south side climb 5 feet to this 10-foot high, 15-foot square room, which has narrow, natural exits in the east and west walls. In the middle of the room is a rectangular stone block, 7 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 3 feet tall. Pictographs on the walls of the chamber tell a tale of one tribe's journey through mighty mountains and across a perilous tundra.
Illikin presses on the slab.
It doesn't move.
Lock.
You have a sense that it would take more than just you.
He asked for help. You see if there's something underneath it.
Anybody that wants to help will have to do in athletics.
Sure, I'll help. I have advantage on that, right?
Is there a reason you would?
All of us working together?
I can't think of one.
I gave one. We're all working together, so we should all because we're all helping each other.
See, if I was helping you, you would have advantage and I wouldn't be rolling.
Claudette, are you helping on this?
I really didn't want to blow my stealth. But yeah, I'll help. As soon as I find athletics. You guys, I'm sorry.
Just say that you're helping.
So,
nowhere, but
as y'all are pushing hard, it is barely moving, and Claudette walks over, and all of a sudden it falls to the floor.
Glad I could be of assistance. I'm gonna stealth again.
I'm in the corner huffing and puffing and saying, that was easy.
Do we see anything now?
Give me an investigation.
I will help him.
That help was very nice.
Thank you.
The help was very helpful.
You do see some stuff. One, you see a dead body. Well, what used to be a dead body.
Used to be?
Well, it's still dead, but
Okay.
there's no body.
It's highly
It's like
decomposed.
dust, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's probably some bones in there, and probably some bone dust, and yeah.
It's a skeleton.
Okay. As long as it's not undead is what I was getting at. Sorry for interrupting.
You can guess that this is a chieftain of the tribe that used to live here. Clutched in the chieftain's left hand, it looks like a pearl of some sort. In her right hand is a wand.
I will snatch those.
Hey, isn't that our rogue's job to snatch stuff like that?
Yeah, I keep
Where'd that
wondering
came
why
from?
everybody's doing my job.
Stop being overhyped.
Well, I'm thinking I'm probably the only one that can use either one of them because I have a feeling I know what the pearl is as well. But can I do an Arcana check or something to see if I can figure out what these things are?
Sure.
Damn. 14.
Um. Um. All right. I would say that you probably could tell that that the pearl is what you think it is, a pearl of power, and that the wand is a +1 wand of the War Mage.
Okay.
Me glad I tried opening coffin.
Can
As he's
I
looking at nowhere going to be the new theme.
check for traps or anything that could cause us problems going down the stairwell into the next room, along the walls, floor, ceiling, etc.? Tripwires.
Give me an investigation.
Oh, wow.
There is nothing. You were 100% certain of it.
hmm Hey, nowhere. I think I found the ale.
Eid.
Me.
Yeah, it's probably mead. But yeah.
He looks for a cart. Illiken and Arden go looking for carts.
You find no carts. Oh, you're going that way. Gotcha. Okay. Then you might find a cart, but as y'all get over by the mead, um suspended from the ceiling of this chamber by a series of ropes and pulleys are 6 baskets. Clustered near the south wall are 3 wooden casks carved with Goodmead's heraldic symbol, a drinking mug made of a cut-off section of horn with an antler handle added upright and centered.
That looks important. Bring that with us when we go too.
To me, that's what we came here for.
Talk about the sign.
No, there's no sign. It's a herald that's on each of the 3 barrels.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. Never mind.
Okay, as I round this corner, I'd like to do another investigation to check for traps, pulleys, anything, and see if I see all those things that I see.
Okay. You're 100% certain there's nothing in there.
Okay, what about these things down here?
There is. As you move in there, a fire in this cave is lit and relatively warm. The scent of roasting meat fills the air as a hunk of meat on a spit drips juices into the fire. Goats and sheep are held in a spacious animal pen enclosed by a crude wooden fence. Other features of the cave include a wooden cart with a broken wheel, 2 old crates, and 2 barrels.
He looks to see if any of the barrels are empty. That would be Arden.
Investigation.
Because I think that's up his. I know it's up mine, but I want to see if it's up.
Does this wooden fence actually close? Or is it...
There's a
actually open
small
like it should?
opening.
And Illiken always helps.
Small opening right there. Arden looks into the barrels. One is filled with a coarse white powder. The other with a coarse black powder. And sitting like, halfway into the coarse black powder is a frozen watermelon with a what looks to be a dagger made of some type of bone sticking into this frozen watermelon.
You say bone dagger?
Arden looks at the. Can he tell what the powder and the black is? The white powder and the black powder is?
It looks familiar. I don't know. How does he want to check it?
First, by look, can he tell what it is? Then he's going to take his dagger and you know, lift it a little bit out and to see, and then I'll probably do an Arcana check to see if he may or may not know what it, if it's not magic, but properties. I don't know what a hunter can do, so I don't that part I don't know.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check, I guess.
You're both rangers, Illiken. You're both the same class, so
Well, we're two different subclasses, so that's why I was.
Technically, right now you're neither. You're the exact same. You can tell 100% that neither of these powders are magical.
Good job, Arden.
is there any chance I recognize this bone knife?
Yes,
Is it the one I'm looking for?
it is.
I will claim that bone knife too.
Arden looks at you and says, "You're sure claiming a lot." I found it.
Arden or Illiken?
No, Arden, because Arden's the one that's doing the checks on these two things. So Arden was the one that was going to grab it.
This bone knife belongs to my people. I have been looking for it. I claim it in the name of my people.
Gotta bring the people involved. We see how you are. He nods, and then he goes about pulling out the. He asks anybody else if they might know what the powders are. If it's like gunpowder, not explosive powder or whatever. Pepper, salt.
Do I recognize it?
Give me a medicine check. Yeah, it's salt and pepper.
Okay. I believe those are seasonings used for cooking, called salt and pepper.
Okay. Is the cart big enough to handle all the? This is Illiken looking at it. Is the cart big enough to hold all the different barrels?
It might be, but the wheel's broken.
He's asking a question.
Yeah, but you could fix the wheel with the top of a barrel.
Yes, you think that you could probably put the barrels in probably sideways, too wide or too long, and then one in the crook between the two on top.
Okay. Would that be the ones that are up top and the ale and the powder and the or salt and pepper?
You think that you could probably get 3 barrels in it.
Okay. Illiken will see if he can repair the wheel with one of the salt and pepper lids. Or
Did you check these
any of
crates?
the wood that's around
Arden?
the crates.
Illiken?
He has not checked the crates. If somebody wants to check the crates, they can.
Sure, I'll go and check the crates and yeah.
I'll help
Investigation. So with help, that's a 12. Bunch of frozen rant. What's that?
He's got 18. I helped him with a 9.
No. So, oh, gotcha. He's okay. You went first. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So he would, she would have 18 with your help. All right. Yeah. There's a bunch of frozen vegetables in there, and other miscellaneous crap. Nothing of real value.
Can Illican make a wheel out of either the crate, since there's nothing of real value with the food, or a lid of one of the uh, barrels? Repair that tire.
Uh, there's the wheel that's broken, that's underneath the cart there, and looking at the top of the barrel and comparing the size, you can tell that it just wouldn't work well.
Okay.
Is the wheel intact, just not on it, or is it actually broken?
It's, it tells me it's broken.
Okay.
Okay, we can come back and pick it up then. I thought I could fix it. I can't. Illican wants to clear the bottom half of the cave before he goes up to the top end, since he notices there's an opening that goes farther into the caves. Just so
How
we know.
heavy are these barrels of mead?
Give me a strength check, or an athletics rather. Pretty damn heavy.
What we could do is secure this cave and then go back and tell Olivessa that this cave is full of supplies and the mead that they're looking for.
Why we tell them about the cave? We go buy a cart, come back, pick it up, bring it to them. We keep kid.
Why do we want the cave?
In case we need to rest. That's Illican, because that's he's always by himself type of thing.
Okay. I was just thinking if we...
Because it has food, as he looks at the animals. It has fireplace. It has... It's nice.
Well, the food probably won't stay here for very long without somebody here to take care of it. So I was thinking we tell Olivessa about the food and the supplies here and the ale, and they can come here and reclaim it.
Or we sell it to town.
I'm stealthing again.
For us to sell it.
As you walk up there, Claudette, the dead-end cavern has a crudely excavated 10-foot wide pit in the middle of the floor, and it just smells rancid.
For us to sell this stuff to the town, we would have to transport it back to them.
Town isn't that far. Once we go down there, we pick up a string to tie all the animals together. We tie them to the cart, and then use them to pull the cart with all the food, or with all the stuff that's here. Sell the entire lot.
I whisper. There's a tunnel up ahead, and it smells rancid.
crap hole?
Yeah, as y'all get up there,
And
you could probably figure that it's some type of a refuse pit.
yeah, Illikin doesn't go all the way in there. He's like, "You went in there?" He's like, "Nope, I'm staying right here." Crap hole. Anyone need to go to the bathroom?
Look around and investigate the area around it. I'm not actually going into it.
Find probably 30 silver off of one of the skeletons in one of the corners.
You go pick it up, Celestine?
Yeah? Why wouldn't I?
Well, you said you didn't go into it, so that's why I was making the joke.
Well, in the
She's not going
corners.
into the refuse pit. She's going into the area.
Oh, okay.
So what do I see down here, boss? Not a thing.
Mammoth, mammoth bones, tusks, skeleton.
Does Illikin think this is a lead? If you kept going, going to the beginning of the opening where they came in from, does it look familiar?
Yes.
Another out. Okay, another. It's another opening to the cave system.
What do you got over there, Claudette? Oh, I don't see Claudette.
I see something over here. I don't know what I see. Do I need to roll an investigation to see what I see?
Sure. You see 3 bags of frozen vegetables and fruits that have probably been sitting there for who knows how long, and this whether it's just frozen.
Okay, guys, there's 3 bags of frozen vegetables over here.
Illikin will pick those bags up and take them to the back to all the other stuff that's up here.
You actually look through the cart, right? You're looking.
I thought I did, but on future or return, no, I did not. I thought I said that when I was doing my seeing if I could repair the. What do I find in the cart?
I'm re-stealthing.
Cart's just got a bunch more vegetables and fruits. There's a small wood shield, and a leather helmet that looks like it was made a long time ago.
He lets everybody know what he found in there.
Do you think these animals are the villages?
Why'd you have to ask a question like that?
I do, and I think we should tell them that it's here so they can come claim them.
Okay. I'm all about leaving.
And are we able to carry these? You said the kegs were too big for us, right? To carry. Too heavy.
Illikin
Well-
might be able to carry them.
Yeah, Illikin might be able to. Nowhere tried to budge one and it didn't budge.
Illikin will lift one up.
We'll
carry it
try.
with him.
Give me an athletics check, Illikin.
I'm
It's
hoping
heavy.
that gives.
It's heavy, but you're able to get it. You can estimate that the barrels are about 200 pounds apiece. Um, as as you lift and you kind of stumble a bit, one of the three knocks over, and you realize that it's empty.
Wow.
Okay, so he's carrying one and or two.
He's carrying one
I'm
at
carrying
the
one. I
moment.
knocked one of them over that's empty, and he goes, "Check the other. See if it's empty."
Okay, can I try to pick that one up?
Give me athletics. How much do
15.
you weigh? How much can you lift?
I don't remember what the weight capacity is. Here, give me a second.
Can he bring? Never mind. Elkin keeps looking at this cart, saying, "I really want that cart." Not what's on it. Not he just wants the cart.
Only question I have is what happens if the people come to check everything and the bear's awake?
Good question.
Actually, a pretty great question.
How long can you keep that bear a pet again?
24 hours.
Well, is it something he can do every 24 hours? What
It's a
Yeah,
save,
no
I
one's like
think.
cast a spell on him.
Then Ilkin says something. What's the difference between a wolf and a bear?
So 30 times my strength score. So 360 pounds.
Alright, then you lift it up more easily than the Goliath.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Can they tell if they're full?
They both are.
Okay. So this bag of fruit at my feet, can I carry it? At least one of the
Probably.
three?
You probably pick up one of the three.
I'll pick up one of the three, throw it over my back, and start heading out. I will stealth again if I'm not already.
Uh, Arden will pick up one of the other ones. What is this, anyways?
Looks like a stack of firewood.
Yep.
Is there like a rope or something I can use to put over this opening so the animals don't escape?
Let's say that the
Oh, wait a minute, Druid. Never mind. Ignore that. I want them to escape.
Why?
Because I'm a Druid. I was thinking another character. who would be more worried about feeding the town than the animals, but this is...
Illiken would have. Okay, I will be honest. Illiken would have made sure that was shut because he was more worried about either eating them or selling them.
Okay, but you've already walked out of the cave.
And Celestine's thinking about forming PETA.
I will make sure this fence is knocked down. Knocked over. Whatever. Free for them to leave. You want me to roll something for that, or?
I'd say with... yeah. Maybe athletics. Or athletics, probably. I can pull some stuff out. Yeah, take some time, but eventually you'll get it.
Okay, and then I run to catch up with the rest of the party.
As y'all start heading out of the cave,
You hear the slaughter of the bear eating all the livestock.
Bear's asleep.
It what? Okay. Does Arden actually see that? Or is that just a placeholder?
Just a sec. Hold on. Everybody hold their horses.
Her beloved is no more.
A Verbeeg strides through the snow, approaching the mouth of the cave. Her misshapen face bears a too wide smile. She clutches a spear in one hand while using her other arm to cradle a wicker basket filled with bits of shiny metal. Doog! You home? And then she sees you.
Who did she see?
The party.
Not you. I'm guessing.
Yeah, she did not see Claudette.
I imagine we're rolling initiative.
Yes, you are.
Like I said, did Arden see her first, or did she see us?
You guys were heading out of the cave. She saw you guys first.
Okay, so now she gets attacked. Otherwise,
It was kind of a meeting. She's not getting a surprise round. You're not getting a surprise round.
I'm crouched over here. Weapons ready. How many are there?
One.
how many are there?
One.
You rolled twice.
No, I didn't have the character selected.
Oh,
you-
okay.
Didn't show up in the turn order. Nowhere. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess I'm going to attack with my longbow. I think that probably hits, huh?
That will hit.
Okay. And oops, I had the bless check marked.
I think Bless will have expired by now. So anyone who was Blessed should uncheck that. Uncheck those.
Sorry.
All good.
So you need me to do that again?
No, 22 hits.
Okay. Well, all right. So I guess that's 10 piercing.
12 piercing, yes.
Well, I thought that 2 was for the bless.
No, it's from your bracers of archery. If you hover over the number, it'll tell you where it's from.
Oh, that. Okay. All right, so I think that's all I can do.
All right. She will look down at you puny people and again yell, Duke! Duke! And she'll drop the basket she's carrying. And Arden is the first one that she sees. So she will
Hits. Damn.
you've hit him for 18 piercing.
He drops. Literally.
Like a deja vu.
My dad's gonna kill me because of you. I'm just saying.
Now we just need to find a necromancer to turn him into a zombie. And that will be the end of her turn. Arden, give me a death saving throw.
Oh, he does that on his turn? I thought he did that on his turn.
Yeah, it's Arden's turn.
Oh, yeah. Savings throw.
Hopefully you don't roll a natural 1.
Yeah, right. You failed 1.
I'm not liking you right now. I'm just saying.
It's your roll.
It'll be Celestine.
Okay, well, I have no healing spells available. But I will use a wild shape and take a archer form. And that's use my bonus action, which also allows me to fire a luminous arrow. with everyone else trying to take it off. I forgot to take it off myself. Uh, 23 hit, I'm assuming.
Yes.
12 points of damage. And then I will run over to Arden here. Can I pick him up and pull him back? Again?
Deja vu. Yeah, give me a athletics to pull him. Yeah, that's more than enough.
Okay, let's see this 5. 15, 25. So I'll pull him back to there. And then use a bead of curing on him from my necklace. For 9 points of healing.
Looking.
I forget. Is favorite food a action, or I mean a
The free action.
so it's free
If
action? Okay.
yes, do you still have one available though? I don't think you do. I think you marked the Marauder and then you marked the Ogre. You haven't had a rest yet.
Oh, I do not. Thank you. I'm looking at my. I have it as a total, so it's 0. Also helps if I'm on the right character. Ignore that. That's the wrong one.
Alright, so you're doing the war pick and the hand axe. The war pick hits.
That's all I can do.
Claudette.
I'm debating. Okay. I guess the debate's over. With sneak attack, trying the Scimitar of Wounding. And then, since that's not going to hit anything, we'll try our offhand. As it
25
hits.
definitely hits. For 12 damage.
Okay. Then can I use disengage to get away from her?
I believe that's a bonus action.
That is, which you used up with your scimitar.
Yeah, or with your, yeah, that
Offhand.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna hope she doesn't turn on me. That's the end of my turn.
Nowhere.
Yes. One. Okay, I'm going to move back there. And then I'm going to try and shoot her with my longbow. It's 13 hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay, then it's a good thing I moved back. I'm going to move back one more. I believe that's as far as I can go. And my turn's over.
God looks down at Illiken. My love. Doug. For 24 hits. The 13 piercing against Illiken.
Oh, man. Out. And I'm checking something real quick, so give me one moment. Seeing if I use Storm Endurance last game session. I don't think I did because I don't have it marked, but I want to make sure.
Well, it is Arden's turn. Whenever you're ready.
It's Arden's? Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was mine, so... He's going to cast Favorite Foe.
I think he had the same thing. I think he did the Marauder and then the Ogre as well. Right after you did.
You can stand up.
Does he have to stand up to shoot his bow?
It's a disadvantage if you don't.
Okay, then he stands up. And he gets one shot, right?
Currently, yes. That'll hit.
And then I don't see anything else he can do at the present moment. Oh, he's gonna try Mask of the Wild. He's
I
going to
like
attempt
it.
to hide for his bonus action.
That's not actually an ability, it's just something you have.
Yeah, that's that'd be more like skill stealth kind of stuff. You can attempt to hide because he doesn't have the hide bonus action.
Okay.
I
So
guess
that's
you
an
could.
action, not a bonus
Yeah.
action. Gotcha. Okay. No problem. He's done.
Philistine. $13 does not hit. 17 does.
And the next attack against him gets advantage.
You looking?
Or I guess her.
Still looking at me just a second. I think I found that I did. So, yes, I did. Okay. That's all I needed to know. I cannot. Okay. He's going to continue swing. For the rafters.
The 24 will hit, the 9 will not.
And that's all he is because that's his soft hand.
Got it.
Going to move over just to here. Which would still allow me to use sneak attack, correct?
Correct.
We're going to swing the Scimitar of Wounding.
Damn.
Nice. Helped you with that. That's it. Yeah.
Then we're going to use our cunning action to hide behind this tree. That does not give an attackable opportunity, does it?
You have to disengage
Okay,
and run away.
then I'm disengaging and running to here.
Alright, roll me a d4. Well, at least it's something. Nowhere.
Yes. Shoot my longbow again.
And with that, what happens?
I presume that means the Verbig dies.
Where did your arrow hit the Verbig?
Did you blow out his brains?
How would you like to do this?
Uh. Oh, my arrow struck her at the base of the throat and went clear through her neck.
Oh my goodness, my mouth is watering.
So, as your arrow gets this perfect spin on it, heading right at her throat, her eyes go wide, and she starts to yell for Doog, and it comes out. As she lands in a heap right in front of Illiken.
Okay.
I'd like to investigate her, please, because I saw something shiny.
Alright, investigate. What are you investigating?
The basket she was carrying, all the shiny stuff, and what's on her person. I just want to know if there's anything I can loot.
Yep.
I will go over to Arden and say, you really need to stop antagonizing our foes before anyone else does.
Illiken will walk over and say, "You puny! I hard! You puny! No, get here!"
She has some strange purple metal bits in the basket. And 2 gold, 38 silver.
Going to pocket the gold and divvy up the silver.
Slide of hand, slide of hand.
Sure, why not? You want me to roll for it?
Sure. Yeah, nobody saw that shit.
A natural 20 and a natural 1. That's great.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday, except in the opposite order.
So how many silver do each of us get?
38 divided by 5.
That'd be 7 with 2 left over.
7.6.
Huh?
38 divided by 5 is 7.6.
Well, but you can't do a 0.6.
Well, give
I guess you can.
give 6 copper.
Okay, fine.
So what is it? Silver and copper?
7 silver, 6 copper for each of y'all. That's all she found. And some purple metal.
Anybody know anything about this purple metal stuff here? Any of y'all blacksmiths?
Looks like something you've never seen before. You were certain of that.
Okay.
So he wouldn't. Illiken wouldn't know what it is.
Nope.
Okay.
Mostly, is it magical? That's what I was trying to check there.
It is not.
Whatever it is, it doesn't appear to be magical.
So, guys, before we head back to town, I would suggest that we go back to the cave and sleep for the night.
I agree. Yeah, I heard. And there's food up there. Warm food.
I pick up my bag of fruit and start walking back towards the cave. Only to find the animals are running wild. But I really don't care. I'm going to come sit next to the fire and threaten the animals that if they come near me, I'm going to eat them.
Illiken will start collecting the animals. Considering that they're already owned, I figured they know how to be corralled. And then
So-
we'll rebuild the No, he won't even rebuild. He'll just kill one of them.
Well, there was one already on the spit. We could just eat that one.
Are you sure that's one of them and not something else?
Who cares? It's meat.
Well, that you would say that. Okay, can Illican determine if it's what type of animal it was from, and if not, he's going to kill one and cook one of them.
Give me a survival check for the determination.
What type of animal is that, Sky? Is it a sheep?
That's a sheep.
Okay, so do World of Warcraft rules apply to the fire?
If you stand in it,
Yeah.
probably. Without certainty, Illican, you can definitely 100% tell that that is no animal. That is definitely a human leg.
That's a human leg. Yeah, it's all yours. I'm going to go get one of these animals.
I don't take pleasure in eating cooked humans. I like my humans raw.
From somewhere in the back of the cave, you hear a growl and then a squeal of a sheep, and then it goes back to nothing.
Think
Bear
the bear
had
was
dinner.
He attempts to hunt one of them for dinner.
You
They're
gotta choose. You
pretty
either got
docile.
sheep or a goat. Which one do you want?
Yeah, which do you want?
The one that's right next to me.
You cannot eat me for dinner.
Yeah, I was gonna say Claudette's right next to you.
Okay, he's
It's a
going after
goat.
the goat. Goat's dead. We're eating goat.
You were able to corral 2 sheep and a goat, and you killed a goat.
We take the leg off the spit and like throw it somewhere where it can be like never seen again. The stench of it was just terrible anyway. Throw the goat on there. Start rotating it like a rotisserie goat.
And then Illican, just for kicks, says, "You're the one that said that you didn't care what was already being cooked." I'm just saying.
Well, I don't like cooked flesh. I like raw flesh.
And Illican's looking at this fence that's no longer there, or that he had to repair.
It takes you a good. What took Celestine probably 5 minutes to tear down, it probably took you 30 to 45 minutes to put back up.
He's looking at the others of the group, and mumbling, "I go to sell them. I can't sell them, but you'll let them free."
Okay, well, who's watching? Because this is the warmest I've been since we've been here.
I'll take the first 4 hours.
I guess I'll take the second 4 hours.
Now he has to take 2 hours of sleep if I'm correct, so he'll do the last two if there's need.
Or no, I'm just going to take 2. I'm just taking 2.
I'd like to work on some leatherworking during downtime, if that's possible, Sky.
Oh, no. Arden will take the second watch. He's an elf. He can do the 2 as well.
4.
Oh, he can do 4, so then the rest of us can sleep.
Yep.
Yeah. Celestine will
Okay.
do 4. Arden 4.
What attribute do you want me to use?
What are you doing?
I would like to make
Trying.
some more gloves.
Probably dexterity, sewing and whatnot.
19 plus 3 if you'll take the guidance.
Or they come along nicely. How long are you spending on that?
I'll do it for the full 4 hours so I can finish them, I hope.
Okay. Yeah. They come out very beautifully.
During that time, I might take a look at my map and see if anything's interesting about it before I nod off.
Not really anything interesting. It just lays out the 10 towns area and the travel distances between the towns. Has some um, larger routes that uh, has like notations in the bottom that tell you the distances or the time traveled, whether you're on foot, by dog sled, or if you are using snowshoes.
Alright, so once I yawn, I go mischief managed and go to sleep.
The map sticks its tongue out at you and eats you as a mimic. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of TikToks about mimics.
So while I'm sleeping, do my hit points just automatically return or do I have to roll?
At the end of the long rest, your hit points will automatically return,
Okay, so
assuming
that's
that
what's
you get a
perfect.
full long rest. Assuming that nothing happens tonight.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna split 5 good berries for me and 5 good berries for uh, Erden, since both of us got hit, just in case we end a fight during the night. And then I'm going to reproduce the good berries.
You know that's basically eating 5 full meals, right?
Yeah, but it's also 1 point a meal.
That could get you with a stomach cramp in the middle of the night.
So you're sitting down and eating 5 full chicken dinners?
It gives it to where I'm full. It doesn't say that, I can't keep eating. It just makes me think I'm full.
No, it's a use it or lose it.
That's up to Sky.
I'm sleeping.
Actually, Claudette, these gloves I am dyeing black. I have a bunch of bottles of ink. What color, or how many pairs of gloves can I make per bottle of ink?
That's a great question, and I may have an answer for you in like 10 years. I don't know. What would you think,
Great.
Mr. Experienced DM?
Thinking these are relatively small bottles, so I'm gonna go with 2.
Sounds great. Yeah, I would actually agree that they're small bottles because these were bottles for the Scrimshaw ink, where they would just be adding little bits and pieces to trout heads.
Okay. At the end of our downtime, just before we go to sleep, I will go to Claudette, hand her these wolf fur gloves, where the palms of the gloves are made from the white moose. Only the entire glove's been dyed black, so it be should be nice for stealthiness.
Thank you very much.
Help you blend into the surrounding darkness that is perpetually black, except for the 3 hours that the sun barely shines.
I'd slip them on and curl up my hands next to my face and fall asleep. The fur kind of tickling a little as I nestle. And I did say thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Before I go to sleep, I mutter, I hope they didn't have babies.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Something about babies.
I hope they didn't have babies.
Oh, the verbiage, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks for the idea.
Well, they were a poly family, so hey.
You don't know the ogre had anything to do with their relationship. You're guessing and you're just. Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So, anybody else doing anything before bed?
No, Elcon did what he needed to do, and Arden is just relaxing after being knocked out and brought back to life again.
Twice. Twice in the last 2 hours.
Yeah. He's like, I need sleep. Leave me alone.
All right. So, Stan, give me a perception check.
Can I also attune to these items while um, doing my check or my
Sure.
watch?
Before I go off to sleep, can I go and recover the arrows that I shot?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Arden will help with that when he notices what he's doing. Because he's reminded.
With Arden's help, how many did Arden shoot and how many did Noah shoot?
I'm going to
Arden
the
shot one, I think, or twice.
I shot 4.
You find 3 between the two of you.
Arden only asked for one, if it's okay.
Okay, then I'll take the other 2. Put those back in my quiver and curl up in my bedroll. Try not to freeze.
Your watch goes all right. You hear the obviously the crackling of the fire. Hear some snores coming from the bear in the back. Every so often, it will wake up and sounds like it's chomping on a deep carcass, something. It goes surprisingly well, considering the last couple hours.
Good to hear. I will then, as my watch comes to an end, I'll go over to Arden and kind of tap him on the bottom of the foot, trying to wake him up.
Can you give me a perception check on Arden?
Arden needs to do a perception check.
Yep.
He wakes up and he gets ready for his stuff. Looks at keeps the fire going a little bit to keep it warm, especially at night. Checks around.
That's a pretty quiet night. At some point, Arden walks on over here, leans over, pukes a bunch of purple stuff up, and walks back, just keeping an eye out. Meanwhile, Celestine, you keep you're supposed to be in a trance, but you keep tossing and turning, and this mage is running after you. She looks like the chieftain of a barbarian tribe, shaman of sorts. And she's cursing you and cursing you and cursing you and using the wand and casting spells at you, and you just cannot get away from her.
Isn't this one that I just picked up?
That it looks really similar to that wand.
Shit. It's cursed, isn't it?
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
And when you awaken, you have a one point of exhaustion.
Okay, from the peanut gallery. Yeah, he knows how it feels!
Everybody else gets a great night's sleep. Trance in Arden space.
Arden walks around, wakes everybody up since it's been in the morning. Or what he determined this morning. He noticed that, did he notice that she was having, somewhat of shivers? Or a nightmare?
He noticed her rolling around. He probably thought it was strange, but
Who was
And
having a nightmare? Was I having a nightmare?
no, Celestine
Oh,
was
okay.
having a nightmare. I mean, it happens. The wolves fall here and there. They just usually take trains, but it happens that they straight out pass out. But so he probably thought it was a little odd, but that's probably about it.
He walks over and wakes everybody up, leaving Celestine for last.
Um, looking as you wake up, you notice that the front of your tunic is stained purple.
Needs clean.
What's that?
He stands up, looks at it, and says, "Needs cleaned." Walks away. I'm figuring it won't be the first time that has happened if he's been hurt.
Doesn't look like blood. It looks like berries.
That kind of smells bad too, doesn't it?
He walks outside and he uses the snow to try cleaning it off.
And I get up, go over to the fire, and
Actually, no. He starts walking to the back with the pond.
what?
He lets people know, "I gotta go clean."
Good luck getting to the water.
Yeah. I get up and step over to the fire and take out a small knife and slice off a strip of the remaining goat carcass and start chewing on it. Then I go back and pack up my gear. And I'm ready to go.
Elkin takes a little bit of time as he looks over at the two dead animals while he's cleaning his gear.
I will actually follow Illiken. And if he manages to break a hole in the ice, I will I guess go down into the water and take a look at the statue.
Um,
Realizing this is probably going to be really, really cold.
uh, looking, did you say you were breaking the ice or eating the ice or?
You said some of it wasn't frozen.
No, I said that there was about a foot of a slab of ice over the unfrozen portion of the really cold lake or pond. The river's frozen, or the creek that leads up to the pond is also frozen. Let's
Like the old
say
mining days.
after about an hour of attacking and attacking and attacking at the ice, you will have chipped away enough of the ice to have gotten enough where you could slip in and get yourself cleaned off.
Okay. If I come up here and I notice he's struggling with this ice, I'll just use create or destroy water. And destroy a big chunk of the ice.
That'll work a lot quicker.
Okay, out of character. What is this with you guys waiting until after I do all the hard work before you guys use magic to make it easier?
Well, I'd say she probably got there like maybe 2 minutes after you, so it didn't take that hour. So you were hitting the ice, hitting the ice, hitting the ice, hitting the ice. She walks up behind you and casts a spell.
Thank you.
And then the ice just disappears.
Yeah. Actually, Vulcan, give me a dexterity saving throw. Right as she starts to talk, you jump out of the way. And then you notice that there is no ice.
He gives her a look before he goes to, and grumble like, "Thank you," because he almost fell in if he hadn't jumped out of the way. And then he gets in to clean himself off.
I will go down and investigate this statue.
As you enter the 7-foot deep frozen pool, you see, and you recognize it as Sylvanus already, but you recognize the smiling young man, naked except for a well-placed oak leaf, with his face turned towards the sky. And you feel this warmth come over you. And the water is obviously chilly, but this warmth come over you. And you might recognize it. I don't know with your specific background. But you might have been around others that have cast a greater restoration. Well,
Sure, why not?
you feel
If it
much more invigorated than you did when you woke from your slumber.
good.
And that exhaustion point goes away.
I would say I've probably not been around a greater restoration before, unless it just feels like a stronger, lesser restoration. In which case, I would probably recognize that, considering I can cast that.
You both also notice the dead sheep next to the slumbering bear.
I will go and gather the others. Try to bring them back here to encourage them to show some interest in this statue. Curious to see if it has a similar effect on them.
Walking up there to see what's taking them so long.
Nowhere, Arden, are you guys gonna come up here?
Oh, there's water.
But you see this other than an oak leaf placed in a certain groinal area, you see this naked man smiling up at you in stone.
He's handsome.
Yeah, he's pretty handsome. For now,
Does he have fangs?
he does not.
Hmm.
Does he have antlers?
Sure, I don't know. Sylvanas usually have their antlers.
I think so.
Doesn't say it in here.
Okay, then never mind. Ignore that. I could very much be thinking of scenarios.
But when y'all say Sylvanas, I think it's somebody completely different.
Yeah, not Sylvanas from WoW. Sylvanas from D&D lore. He's a god of nature. Elven god of nature.
He's a beautiful man in the water.
Anything happened to Ilkin while he was swimming around cleaning off his gear?
Yes, you got most of the purple off.
Okay,
And
I'll
it
come back to-
and it felt kind of warm. I mean, it was cold, but it felt warmer than it should.
and he goes over and he does his morning prayers to the scale.
Okay.
He's clean.
I'll kind of pull Nowhere in and push him directly in front of Sylvanas like I was when I felt the magic.
And same thing with him. He just feels a warm feeling come over him, and nothing really pertinent happens, or just feels a lot warmer than he did.
Felt that, right?
Yes, but when I get out of the water, I'm cold.
Yeah, you are.
I was supposed to feel something?
Did you hop in?
Oh, you want me to hop in the water? It's cold.
Ilkin will push her in.
Damn you, Illiken. Wait, you gotta do an athletics check.
You're gonna fight this?
I'm not gonna go willingly. I don't want to go in cold water.
All right, Elkin Athletics. Claudette. I guess contested athletics.
So we're both rolling athletics.
Yep. Yeah, you got pushed into the water. As you fall into the water and look at this statue, you feel really warm.
I'm staying under the water for a few minutes.
Um,
Leave that leaf alone.
Arden gets in just to see what everybody's talking about.
he feels warm as well.
Gets out and tries to warm himself up.
AFK.
Yeah, actually, this is perfect. It's 3:13. Go ahead and do an AFK, and we'll pick it back up with Claudette looking at this naked man underneath the water.
Sounds good.
Why is it that always Claudettes with naked men?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Present.
I'm here too, in case that is important.
Yay, Clementine! Yes, I did that on purpose. Can't believe I screwed that one up. Alright. So picking it back up, Claudette, give me a Constitution check. Or Constitution saving throw, rather.
Those are up at the top, right?
Yep. Oh, good news is you didn't pass out. Not that it all matters, but...
I actually
All
really
right.
feel like I'm running out of breath.
Claudette, it all comes rushing in. Fast. It is all there. Everything. Home. You remember playing in the garden as a kid in Barovia. Flash. You remember your planet as a teenager. Flash. You remember death. Flash. It's as if you were in the room looking at yourself being born from afar. Your mother bleeding out, shrieking in pain, screaming in her last few moments, and finally seeing others lie there, torn to pieces while giving birth to you. Flash, your aunt's last few breaths. Flash, figures, priests maybe, trying to teach you how to look like you are breathing. Flash, hate. You feel the absolute detestation. You feel the burn. You feel sheer loathing for him, the one that did this to you, the one that did this to your mother, the creature that made you into the abomination that those around you perceive you to be. Flash, the work on the sea that you did for the ghost. Flash, and finally the ship that you arrived on. You remember hopping on it, stowing away, not fully understanding what it was or where exactly it would take you. Flash, mysterious thoughts fill your head, flitting memories of world domination. Flash, a container with a belay in it. Two more with carrion crawlers. Flash, looking up into tunnels as you are being placed in a container. Flash, explosions, the ship, and you're the container opening up, and you, as well as some others, running vigorously right into the arms of that treacherous traitor by the name of Suffolk Caltro. Everything finally makes sense. The sharp teeth, the preternatural abilities that the satanic spawn gifted you with upon your mother's immoral conception. You realize at this moment that for the last few days, you've been breathing, and it has not done anything for you, with the slight exception of appearing to look a little bit more like them. The rest of you see her just floating in the water for a couple of minutes, longer than she should be floating in the water, underwater.
Illikin, since he put her in, will attempt to get her out.
I push his hand away. I shake my head back and forth, as if I'm saying no to memories.
He takes it as she doesn't want his help, so he walks away sad.
I roll over and I look at Celestine straight in the face. My eyes trying to convey all the horror that I just remembered. And the hatred I feel for young Colin. Still underwater. Still not breathing. I realize I have to live. I realize I have to get out of the water. I realize that the mission has not been completed. That that damn undead son of a biscuit eater, sorry, is still well, he doesn't breathe. He's still walking the plains of existence, and my one and only goal in life was to make sure he died. Grab onto the edge and I start to pull myself out, turning around, looking at each of you in the face. Finally resigning, going, I remember. Did I say that all on mic, or was I like not hitting the control button?
No. You said it.
Perfect.
I turn around. If I could cry, I would.
Are you okay?
I remember it all now. And no, I'm not okay. I remember some tentacle thing, and I remember a name. The name that I ran into the arms, and he made me into that caged being. They did something to me to make me forget who I was. Forget what I was.
Two separate things. Kethek was whatever. Haltra was not the one that made you forget.
Okay, well,
It was the tentacled things on the ship.
the tentacle things on those ship.
So something we look for in future and kill?
Yeah, young Colin. Want to kill him.
Okay.
Still, we may want to find out what that tentacle thing was, because if it has got the powers to make a half vampire forget that she's a half vampire, I don't know what else it could do to people. Since nobody's saying anything, I relay my origin story. You guys kind of heard it already.
Okay. Illikin and Arden are kind of stunned. So they're looking at the water saying, we didn't experience that.
I think it's just because I realized I don't have to breathe. I've never had to breathe. I've never taken a breath. Not having to breathe, I think I remembered everything.
So it's a good thing you go into the places before us?
Probably a good thing I go into places before you, yes. I've been trained to do what I do. I've been going for almost 100 years now trying to find my lack of a better word, sperm donor to kill him. Believe he seduced my mother, and ultimately, because of his seed, she died.
Do you know if he's from this area?
Last I knew of him, I was on a ship trying to go find him, and then I was taken and put on the ship with the tentacles, and then it crashed here. The place I was going was close to Barovia. I'd heard he'd returned home. I worked for Hell the Ghost, Triton. I worked for him, sailed with him. I was basically an assassin.
We all have to have some profession. I recommend that we get out of this cave before that bear wakes up, and get on back to good meat.
Yeah, let's do that. Before we leave, I'm gonna stealth. Not as impressively as before, but hey, it's still a good.
Pick up the Arodin will pick up his sack, and Illiken will pick up his barrel. Start walking.
Sky, I can't change the green one.
But he'll make sure everybody's out beforehand so that none of the other creatures can get out.
um, sorry, the green what?
I'm having a hard time putting my stealth score in.
Oh, that's your AC. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay. Gonna sit here on the logs and wait for the rest of the party. Seeing that nowhere came out before everybody, I thank him for his kind words.
I wasn't really trying to be kind. It's just that everybody has a profession, and although assassin is not something many would favor, if you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do.
Not really like a professional assassin, just a That's what I was doing, just trying to make the money so that I could go from port to port. I'm kind of, I don't know. Guess that is yet to be determined. But yeah, I was really good at it. I made a lot of money doing it. Looks up at Illican and Arden. Okay, where's Celestine?
Like I said, Elkin's still back with Celestine just to make sure she leaves without letting the animals free.
Okay, so I look at Arden. Where's Illican and Celestine?
Arden goes, back there? Some reason he kept looking at us. And guarding the stairwell. He's weird. Might I ask, what, as a assassin, what you're good at, so that in case we need those skills in the future, you can use them to the benefit instead of just for pay?
Oh, well, the last couple of bars we've been into, I've stolen some gold from the locals and then used it to pay our bar tab.
One
And
second.
I'm really good at, killing things. I haven't stolen from you yet. You'd know if I had.
No, he's chaotic good, so that's okay.
Yet. Yet being the key word.
Yeah, the chaotic part. That's what I had to see what side. You said stealing. Well, depends. Now, chaotic means he can accept that. If they were dumb enough to lose their money, they could lose it.
I used it to pay for our bar tab, so it's like it went right back to the town anyway.
Oh yeah, no, he agrees. He thanks you for paying his bill.
Pretty good at parlor tricks, too.
Wait, you still with us?
I don't think he is, because he would have said something about me looking up at him. At her.
What? What? What?
No, where is he, okay?
I'm not talking.
I think he's having trouble.
With the
Yes, I've heard you guys. I'm listening to you guys talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
We were
got-
concerned that you had gotten lost or something.
Yeah, or you went
No.
dead like I did.
No, I'm right here.
So did you travel down with them, or are you still up top?
I went down with you guys.
Okay, well then, yeah, Elkin would have been there too, and he would have heard what you just said then. That's what I was making sure. Celestine.
Alright, let's get back to good meat, and... Are we carrying meat and fruit with us?
Okay,
I didn't pick up my bag of fruit again.
Elkin goes, you asked me to lift it up. I lift it up. Where we go? I said we bring it back to her and stash it in our place, but nobody agrees with me, so let's go turn it in. And then,
Place
then
is
he
like
also
2 days
asked
away.
about, what do you call it? Who we're going to say that sent us on mission.
Olivessa.
Okay.
How far is Goodmead from where we are?
Took y'all about 3 hours to get here.
Okay, so on our way back, I'm carrying the fruit.
Oh, I thought it was 2 days. Okay, cool. It's even closer.
From Goodmead. It was like 2 days from Lonelywood, where you guys have a place, but
Okay. I thought we were following the trail of that one guy, and we slept before we went into there. Cool. Let's walk back.
maybe scratch that. Yeah, you're right. I think it was supposed to be 8 hours, half a day, and then you slept, and then it was another 3 hours to get up here, so it was about 8 hours. And I think Arden got you lost here, or here or there or something. No, that was Lonelywood. Yeah. Who's leading the merry band?
Well, Arden will lead if nobody else is.
I'm following him.
I'll give him a hand with that.
Just
Arden,
because he really doesn't have anything in his hands.
give me survival with advantage. Why did I change it? Change the player screen. Yeah. You this morning, so you get there. Sun comes up. It looks like 6 a.m. Actually noon, but like 6 a.m. About 3 hours later, it goes back to looking like midnight. But around 6 o'clock in the evening, you get back to Goodmead. As you walk into the mead hall, Olivessa sees you walking into the mead hall from the back of the great hall, where she is putting some casks together. Her main job. Looks like you lived up to your end of the bargain, so we will live up to ours as well. You can stay here for the next 10 days if you would like. The lodging will be at no charge. Per our discussion before you left, I still have no interest in the speakership, but she'll go up to Nowhere and say, "You seem to be a great leader, and this town could use a great leader. What do you say?"
Well, if I were to be the speaker, I'd have to stop wandering and live here. And I like my wandering life. So the only reason I was proposing that you run for the speakership was to keep the other guy from getting it. Because he seems like a very bad character.
Finnegan will pipe up and say, "I have this overwhelming feeling that this is why Moradin set me on this path to come to Icewind Dale. I feel I must stay here. You," looking over at the rest of the party, "ever have need of me, you will know where I can be found. And don't you worry, if another Verbeeg comes this way, I will not be foolish enough to try and take it on my own. I will send word for you to come back, and we can discuss your ongoing adventures. And of course, you will always have a place to stay here, assuming they allow me to be elected."
Well, that solves it. Um, mm, what's her name? Olivessa? Yeah. This place Finnegan in running for the speakership, and with your backing, I'm sure he'll uh, be elected. Has to be better than that other guy.
She will get you in, get you keys to some rooms, and yeah, they'll get you all settled in, and start making preparations and start talking to people about what you did for the town, and start making the proper paperwork or whatnot to get Finnegan in for the running, which will happen in 8 days.
Ooh, discusses with Finnegan before we and looks at the other groups to see if they agree. If there's a way that since we're going to be adventuring for a while, if he could get the bar in set up.
Are
Our tavern isn't here. It's in another town.
I know,
2 days away.
I know that.
How can he be here running for speaker if he's off trying to do stuff for us?
Once he becomes speaker, if he can work on that.
he's going to be, if he becomes speaker, he's going to be the speaker for Goodmead, not Lonelywood. Lonelywood has a speaker, and you've already met her and stayed with her.
Well, I knew that. Okay, I'm thinking of everywhere else where hey we you can open up something somewhere else. You know,
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. This is my trying to get him exited from the group,
I know that.
so it's not going to happen.
Okay. So we've got. Oh, by the way, Alyssa, here's some fruit.
Oh, thank you. Kind of frozen, but I'm sure we can use it up.
And there is more in the cave that we came from. This is the map to the cave. I draw you a rudimentary map. And beware when you go in there. There's some goats, there's some sheep, and there's a giant bear.
Which should be fairly friendly for another 12 hours or so. Oh, wait. Travel time.
You had to you'd sleep of 8 and travel for 8, and
Oh.
downtime for 4.
Never mind.
So for about 2 more hours.
It won't be friendly when you get there.
Besides that, there'll be a couple of dead verbigs and an ogre stinking up the place.
There are 3 of them? I guess we should be lucky that only one came in.
Yes, that was lucky.
Wow. This is gonna make you guys seem so much better. I can't wait to put this on paper or on posters. Bulletins, whatever they had back then. I don't know. Yeah. So you got keys to the room, and rooms rather, and she exits the mead hall to go put up bulletins.
You might also want to send a runner out to tell people that you have mead now.
She's already gone.
Okay, well, I'll step up to the bar. Say, I'd like a mug of mead, please.
Get you a mug of mead and ask for 2 silver.
All right, I'll give you 2 silver.
I guess the animals were from the town, because we were told animals were disappearing with no signs of attack.
Let's hope the bear doesn't eat them all.
That's okay, I like animals better.
Yeah, but that could have been this town's winter meal. Moving right along. Where are we going next? What was the next thing we were going to do?
The wolves. The top of the woods, if I'm correct.
Wonder if that's what we were attacking in the cave.
East Haven. Or Dugan's Hole. Yeah, Dugan's Hole is the closest, so let's go there first.
Wasn't that supposed to be where there were wolves that talk?
Yes, Dugan's Hole, my notes say people were living in fear of winter wolves, there are missing children, and the wolves are talking.
Let's head to Dugan's Hole then.
Sounds like a good place for us to go.
Currently about 7 o'clock at night. Are you guys leaving now?
See how we sleep first.
Well, I'm going to stay here, drink my mead, and sleep in a warm bed.
He's
No,
gonna have one mead, and then no, he's not.
mm-hmm.
He's upset right
We'll wait until it's supposed to be morning, even though it'll still be dark. But I think we deserve a night in a warm bed. So I'm going to take it.
And I will spend the rest of the evening stitching leatherworking.
Okay. Another check on dexterity. Guessing gloves still.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're pretty good.
Okay.
How busy is the tavern right now?
It's a mead hall. Where they
Yes.
make mead. It's
Yes.
not a tavern. There's no visitors. There's people working. That's it. People working, and then you guys at the bar.
Okay. Is there a tavern nearby?
No. Closest tavern is probably East Haven.
Gotcha.
Maybe Dugan. Oh, you haven't been there, so you don't know yet.
Well, after I finish stitching my gloves, I will check on nowhere before going to bed.
I've just been sitting here sipping this one mug of mead, so I don't really need anybody checking on me. But thank you anyway.
You
Yeah,
only
wait.
had one mug of mead? That's all?
Only one.
Yeah, wait till it gets to 12 to check on him.
Only one in 4 hours.
Yep.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Sure.
20. Does he seem to be feeling okay?
Nowhere. I don't know. Give me a Constitution check. See how you're feeling. He feels fine. He seems to look pretty good.
Okay.
Doesn't look anything close to what he looked like off the ale in Bryn Shander.
That's good. 'Cause that wasn't pretty.
You doubt me. I told you I was fine.
I think the stairs were hurt in the process in Bryn Shander.
I just worry about you. Feel responsible for you.
Well, I'll finish up this last sip of the mead, and I'll go on up to my room.
And I will go up as well. To my room.
And get under the covers, get nice and warm. Sleep.
Illigan. Claudette, what are you guys doing?
Elkin and Arden have already went to bed.
I'm heading up the stairs to go to bed.
Sure. As everyone goes to bed, you wake up in the morning and I don't know. You smell honey because, well, that's what they got in this place. And you hear lots of buzzing.
Come downstairs. Ask about getting an apple.
The bartender slash mead maker slash goes in the back, finds an apple, brings it out to you. 3 copper, puts it down, and you recognize it as a starting to get less frozen apple that was part of the bags of fruit that you brought in last night.
That's okay. Flip him the 3 copper. I've got to take this call. I'll be right back.
Didn't think they had phones then.
It's a sending stone.
People just don't understand.
If you're talking about spam callers, they don't want to understand.
No, I'm talking about people that don't play Dungeons and Dragons or games.
Work people. Or family people.
Family people.
Yeah. My dad is starting to come around. He asked me about the games, but when I start talking about it, his eyes gloss over, and I know he's not paying attention.
I feel ya.
Okay, so once everyone's up, I start gathering everyone up and saying, "Let's go. Let's get out of here."
I finish off the apple, find the nearest trash can, put the core in it, and walk out the door.
Airden and El can follow.
I follow right along.
As you start leaving the mead hall, all of us will come up and say, "Are you leaving so soon?"
We might be back. We have some business in Dugan's Hole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Um, well, hurry back. That sounds wonderful. Um, I don't know what Shandar is up to. He left in a hurry this morning. Um, I think he might be a little upset that I mentioned that I am putting my support behind Finnegan. So I do not know what might happen. Left going north. I mean, wherever he goes, good riddance if he doesn't come back. But hopefully everything will be good when Finnegan runs in 7 days.
We may be back by then because are we going to East Way afterwards, or do we come from East Way?
You're going down to the south to Dugan's Hole. You'll probably have to come back up through Goodmead to go past Goodmead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once we're done with there, we may come back.
Okay. Like sighs and hurries in to the get out of the cold.
Bye, Finnegan.
He waves.
Okay, so let's start heading towards Dugan's Hole. Dugan's Hole.
Starts moving.
And I change sheet. Again.
Okay, and we're heading to Dugan's Hole, which
Yep.
was supposed to be close to where we were.
Yep, it should be south of us. Along this road.
Here we go.
According to your map, not Celestine, Claudette. Um, according to your map, you should get there in about 4 hours, assuming you know, 4 hours by foot, no snowshoe, assuming you don't hit bad weather.
Since she has a map, we let her lead.
Will you take on the position of lead?
Sure, I'll lead.
All right. Give me a survival check at advantage due to the map. Good thing you had advantage.
Yeah, thank God for the map.
Yeah, I'd say, it's slow going, but after about 4 hours, as you approach this extremely small town, if you look out towards the lake, you will notice humanoids standing on the lake. They're just dark silhouettes that dot the landscape, never seeming to move. Eventually, you'll see a small, battered, and weathered sign with the heraldry of Dugan's Hole. Nowhere would know that this represents a gray pillar-like monolith set against a sky blue field above two crossed silver fish, their scaly bodies forming an X with their heads at upper left and upper right. The monolith signifies local mystery, while the fish represents the bounty of Redwaters.
So this little grove is Dugan's Hole.
Yep.
We will go into town and seek out the speaker.
And switch screen again.
We'll be eating one of the apples from the bag.
Did you take a different bag?
She grabbed one and he grabbed one.
Okay.
He just never turned his in.
Kind of hard. And it kind of started to thaw-ish overnight, and then you went back out into the sub-freezing weather. As you make your way through the small cluster of buildings, you might notice that ice has buckled the shorter of the two piers, rendering it unsafe. The longer pier has two ice-bound keelboats tethered to it, though they look like the boats are frozen in the icy surface of the lake. There are a few smaller vessels dotting the shore. As you maneuver your way through the ramshackle buildings, you come into the center of town to the largest two buildings. Off in the distance to the southwest, and we're sitting about the time that light is kind of starting to peer off that way. You can kind of see a few megaliths towering into the sky. down that direction. Um, and yeah, you're basically out there. Somebody will walk by you, say, "Don't know how many, but them wolves are big as horses." Just scurry on by.
Illikin will call out and say, "Wolves? Where are the wolves?"
You, who, how, who, who are you? How did? Who are you?
We came here hunting adventure.
We're animal charmers and adventurers.
Surprised you made it into town. Nobody makes it into town. Nobody makes it out of town. The wolves, they get everybody.
We've heard you've been having a problem with wolves, and we're here to try to help you resolve it.
Well, not sure what you can help with, but you can talk to the speaker. Points at the big, large house at the end of the most inland area of the dock.
We'll head that way then. Thank you very much for pointing us in the right direction.
Good luck.
I think he meant it.
So we go to the speaker's house. Is the door closed? I imagine it is in the cold weather, so we'll knock.
You'll hear from inside, you'll hear a very curt "Enter!"
Definitely not related to Nimsy. Opens the door, starts in.
I follow.
Goes in last.
Right there with him.
He'll look at you and go, "Well, it's amazing that you made it in here. Who are you and what do you want?"
Illikin looked back behind him like there was something that should stop it.
Thank you for your shock that we're here. Um, my name is Claudette. These are my friends. We have been working our way through towns, trying to resolve the problems that you were experiencing, while trying to solve the mystery of why we have this never ending winter. We've heard you've got wolves, and that children have been going missing.
Well, they obviously wandered outside of the town, and they knew they were not supposed to do so. It is too late for them. If you know what is good for you, you will get out of here. Do what you wish. There is no point trying to be heroes. Smart wolves will get you as well.
Are you familiar with Nimsy?
I might have met her once or twice. I don't really go to those stupid speaker meetings. We stay to ourselves here.
I see. So what about if we were to resolve this wolf problem for you?
So what you're going to, and they want a ransom of food and gold to stop bothering us. So what? And instead, you want a ransom of food and gold instead? Because we can barely feed ourselves right now.
Again, what can you give? What's the town able to give to get rid of these wolves so you guys can hunt in your woods without fear?
Hunt and woods. We fish. That's all we do is we fish, and eat and fish and eat and fish and eat, and that's what we do.
She's asking if you're offering a reward to solve your issues.
And I'm trying to negotiate with you so that it's not what they offered.
We don't have anything. I don't. We barely have enough fish to eat. People die weekly here. We until this winter is over, we we don't have anything. We're 50 people strong at the current moment in time, and we stick to ourselves. We don't have trade. We don't really have anything.
What about just board for when we're ready to sleep?
We can put you up in the fish house. That's the only place that we could put you up at.
Is the fish house a bar or an inn?
It's a fish house where we used to store
Sure.
the fish.
It's where they store fish.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, what was your name, ma'am?
My name is Edra Dermot. Type it in here a sec.
Okay, Edgar. What kind of information can you tell us about these wolves? Any kind of indication of where they, perhaps where they stay for the night, or um, where they hunt? Um, Maybe where their territory is? Any kind of information like that?
They they appear. They just appear. Anytime somebody actually tries to leave the town, I'm surprised that you made it in to town without seeing them. They anybody ever tries to leave the town, they come up and they start talking, and sometimes people walk away from these wolves and make it back into the town, and sometimes they go missing. It's been going on for a few months. And last about a year ago, we had an adventuring party such as the likes of you that came through here looking for some type of adventure. Heard something out west of here, and they never came back. So I don't know what happened with them.
You said they went west?
They went west, yes.
Okay, so according to what you're saying, if we were to just exit town headed back towards Goodmead, there's a pretty good chance these wolves would show up and talk to us.
Not sure why you would want to go to Goodmead, but yes, I would imagine that might happen.
Doesn't appear that you offer anything here.
Why would we offer something?
Well, you said there was no reason to go to Goodmead. Well, at least Goodmead has some mead. And they also have a nice place for us to rest.
Just kind of turns her nose up at you.
If I remember my history right, Dugan's Hole and Goodmead are not on the best of terms.
Correct.
I will list for that too. Nowhere. Okay, is there anything else going on in town that you need help with other than the wolves? And the missing children, which you assume is due to the wolves?
I wouldn't count them missing, I would count them dead. But that is to each their own, I suppose. Not much else going on here. We fish, we eat, we fish, we eat.
Yes, yes. Plenty of fishing, plenty of eating. I'll look at the rest and say, okay, I think we're done. Let's go exit town and see if we can attract some wolves. You said it was only about 4 hours to get here?
Yep.
So it's like noonish, I think you said?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Any objections?
None here. Let's go.
Let's go.
No.
Here.
If nothing else, we'll end up with wolf pelts. And pretty soon we'll have a whole set of gear.
Celestine smiles at this. I enjoy working with fur. As long as it's obtained from animals that are being unnaturally hostile.
Illiken looks at her and says, "Bear attacking you, not hostile. Wolves attacking you; those are hostile." Shakes his head and walks outside.
There was no reason to. People. Let's go.
Heading out, going, I guess, south towards where or wherever they said the wolves were.
Let's just head outside of town. Supposedly just going back towards Goodmead will attract the wolves. So let's just head back towards Goodmead.
Lead on, I'll follow.
Then I will head out of town towards Goodmead.
As you leave the town, a large winter wolf approaches you. You all notice that its right rear leg seems to be wounded. As it approaches your party, it is whimpering like a pitiful dog. My name is Karan. Would you please help me? I am routinely kicked by my master Garagai. I wish to end this perpetual torment.
You're totally gonna have to put those names in chat.
And I will. You gotta give me time.
Just saying.
Yep.
Nope, has to be right now.
Alright, I quit. Goodbye.
Stop it.
Talking to the dog or me?
I'm talking to you.
Because I can never be sure.
Talking to you and my dad, actually. Don't scare the DMs away.
They're like, there's a shortage of them in the world today.
Repeat, please.
Good DMs are like perfect breast. There's a shortage of them in the world today.
That's heresy there.
Actually, it's Princess Bride.
You have to wonder that a large winter wolf has a master big enough to kick him around.
I will step forward and, with my hands out and say, I will help you. And I want to inspect the wound.
Give me an investigation check. Or a medicine check.
$22. Basically, I want to find out if it's something that I can heal. Also, how it happened and is it like, was it just like a kick or a weapon wound or fire or what?
You don't notice anything in particular?
Oh, okay. Where are you hurting? I'm afraid I don't see a wound. Is it?
He looks back to his left with his head and points back at his back left leg.
Okay, well, I will slowly reach forward and touch his leg and do cure wounds.
Thank you. You're so kind. Would you help us?
Can you give me more information as to what's going on? Who is this Gara guy?
Garagai. He kidnapped a couple of kids from the town. He with your help we could free them and we could kill him. It's only about a half day's walk from here. It he's a frost giant that lives in a lodge just about 5 hours away.
How many wolves are there?
Me and my brother.
Okay, so Garagai is a frost giant that lives in a lodge a few miles from here. And you and your brother are enslaved by him?
Yes.
Would you and your brother be willing to help us fight him?
Yes, definitely.
What is your brother's name?
Kanan. He will yell out, Kanan, come out. They are willing to help. And Kanan will hop on out of a small patch of trees.
If he comes forward, I'll go ahead and greet him as well. Um,
Did you see my post?
I did not.
Talking to the DM.
Okay. Give me an insight check for both of you and Arden.
Arden starts walking around and talking quietly to each of the members.
As Arden is walking around with the
He stops and waits.
uh, yeah, no, nothing. As Arden walks around, he whispers to each of you that kind of funny that the wolf came up to us coddling its right leg and then pointed at its left leg as being hurt. I don't trust these creatures.
I suggest that we just see how this plays out and tell him that we will be okay.
He nods and he goes to each one and tells them what he thinks. He goes back and him and Bill can step back from the wolves just to watch.
Elkin and Celestine both can tell that
Okay.
it looks like a ruse of some sort.
Corin, you say that the lodge is just a couple miles west of here?
I don't know this mile you talk about, but it's
A couple
about
hours,
5
sorry.
hours. About 5 hours. It's half a day's walk.
Ilkin looks over to Claudette and says, "Never know. There might be something there interesting." So he's willing.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go that direction. Let's take us to the lodge, Corin.
I'm in.
I don't think this looks like it's supposed to look.
Alright, so the wolves will start leading you through the tundra. After about 2 hours, after about 2 hours, um, yeah, they're leading you, but after about 2 hours, you hear some wolf howls, really close to you, about 100 feet away, and Quran will look over and growl at them. They look staunched. They look very hungry. They were planning on coming after you, but with the winter wolves there, they thought better and turned around and I tailed it out of there.
These other ones, are they regular wolves or winter wolves?
The pack that had just come up towards you guys were regular wolves. And when Ron, whatever, um, growled at them, they turned around and hightailed it out of there.
No, Claudette, that's not what it's supposed to look like.
I just came back in, so I've got Dugan's hole.
Yeah, mine just crapped out on me too.
So
We'll get to
Okay.
different trains soon.
Okay. Um. Okay, so I guess keep following.
Um,
Does this seem to be a fairly straight direction they're taking us in, or are they weaving and winding?
no, they are taking on a fairly straight route
Okay.
to the west.
Mine still has William Holt.
Those are the two wolves. Um, so after about another 3 hours of walking, with them, you approach a change screen again. Jutting up out of the vast tundra is a towering edifice built entirely of ice. The domed structure is easily 3 times the height and width of any building found in 10 towns. Winter wolves sniff the air, sniff the ground, sniff the air again. Aragai is not home. He must be out looking for more children to eat. He thinks children taste the best of all you two-legged ones. We will stand guard out here in case he comes back. You go ahead and inside and free the children.
Does that sound suspicious to you?
absolutely, that's why I'm gonna get here and check for traps.
I'm going to use the Pearl of Power real quick. To get my spell slot back. Wait,
Nice.
when the Sylvanas statue removes that curse from me, did it remove the curse from the items, or are the items still cursed? Or can I tell?
Yeah, it removed the curse. Like, yeah,
So I can use the items now without being cursed?
yeah.
Okay.
The item was the curse wasn't on the items. The curse was on you for removing the items.
Gotcha.
Okay. Investigation.
Yes, please.
Checking
So-
for traps, levers, anything that could cause an alarm to go off.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, Claudette. I apologize.
It's all good. And I'll probably roll stealth as I walk in. Oh, but I'll
Yes.
kick another can.
One. Um, as far as you can tell, there is no traps in that area.
Illiken will, while she's doing that, he'll look at the surroundings to see if anything. And so will Arden. Arden's just really bad at it. No. Yeah. Arden is really bad at it. Illiken's okay at it.
How far does that investigation check go?
I mean, you can tell that there's no traps in this area,
All the way down this hall?
as far as you can tell.
I would not suggest going past me.
Alright, so everybody hold. I said hold. Alright, so he sees both Claudette and Nowhere as you enter.
Of course. I assume that means I've got to roll initiative.
Just a sec. So, as you were walking in that area, you look up, and towering above you, the top of the structure must be 30 feet up. This passageway is choked with ice. Above you, icicles are densely clustered, their points sharp as daggered.
That's not where I am, but in the circle, correct?
No, that was where you were in this passageway up to where you are.
Gotcha.
Now, where you're at, this oval chamber with high walls of glittering ice resembles a sepulchre. The frozen, hacked-up corpse of a frost giant lies on the floor, entombed in translucent ice, and looming next to it is a woolly mammoth. The mammoth stares down at you with hate in its eyes. You are to blame for all of this. It then lowers its head and assumes a threatening posture.
Celestine, we might need you for this woolly mammoth. It seems to think it wants to kill somebody.
Well, if the DM will let me, I will run forward.
Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Mammoth. What is it we did that we're in trouble for?
It is you two-legged creatures who have killed my master.
What master is that? And I point over at the giant. Is that the master you're referring to?
It just growls really loud.
We just arrived. We did not kill any master. We did not kill your master.
You were all the same. Treasure hunters. Looking for stuff. Looking for anything. Killing everything.
Actually, we kind of let a lot of stuff live. The bear's still alive because of her.
I know no bear.
Well, the sea serpent's still alive because of her.
If a mammoth could be confused. Or look confused.
I'm not in the habit of killing animals who don't deserve it. And I really would not like to see you or any of my party members injured. So is there some way we can come to some sort of compromise or resolution that doesn't end up in combat?
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I help? I'll roll persuasion too.
She is doing the persuasioning.
Oh, okay.
So can she give me advantage?
Yes, you can give her advantage, but
Okay, so I'll help her.
It's good, because my persuasion sucks. Like that. It's a 10 at least.
at least I gotta find where the thing is. I only halfway got this one prepped. I got the rest of the other one prepped in. A sec.
We went the wrong way.
No, you went the right way. I just didn't think you'd get this far.
Oh.
Um,
Well, the good news is if you can take 3 minutes trying to find an answer, you can call it for this week.
I could call it right now, but that would just be no fun. Nope, that does not make it.
Didn't really think it would.
He will respond with, "You are all the same. The last group that came in here many moons ago gave the same empty promises before they slayed my master."
So exactly how many moons ago was this? Because, I may not have been around at that time.
He looks at you threateningly.
I look back at him menacingly.
All right.
I will
think
slap Claudette on the shoulder and say, "Don't escalate."
I think that is a perfect place to leave off.
You just wanted me to get slapped before we escalated this thing. I see how it is. You just wanted physical abuse to Claudette.
You like getting slapped. Admit it.
Oh, gladly, if you're in the right position. All right, guys. My mom and dad called and they were going to dinner, so I will see you next week.
They're going to Denver?
Yes.
So are you gonna join them and go to the sky?
Yeah, I'm going to join them and go get some Mexican.
He said Denver, not dinner.
Oh, yes, they're going to dinner. Supper. Sorry, nope, we're not going to Denver. I'm going to be staying in South Carolina for quite some time. night, Chip.
Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, meow.
Good night.